I'm part of as all the presidents of every employee association and the program managers, we have an employee forum every 3 months that you're an active participant in. And being the pilot, and I don't mean to tell your story, but there's a role that you really would like the employee associations to help. And could we expand a little bit on that with that?
Sure, yeah. Well, since I've been here, I think you're aware that we meet quarterly, and I think but for a travel conflict, I have been to every one.
You have.
But for one. I like the forum. It gives me a very direct opportunity to hear unfiltered, unvarnished, what the issues are. And you do a good job of having them unfiltered and unvarnished.
Yes.
But I like to hear that. And at the same time, I get to sort of give my views, give the thoughts, the things that I expect. And I think what I'm most encouraged about is the very fact that when we go forward, that takes the message coming from all of you collectively. You're much closer connected to your membership. I just won't have the chance to meet with them one-on-one. I won't have that opportunity. I try really hard, as you know.
Yes,
I go to great lengths to have town hall meetings and brown bag lunches and things like that to have that one-on-one. But this gives me an opportunity and the team to sort of get the message right at the working level, and you can take and help convey those messages, the things that we're trying to do, the positive things, and the reaction and relationship that's building, the confidence it builds with all of us.
And I know that you also want to make the FAA in one of the top 10 agencies in the government for employees to work. And so what's your vision on the employee associations and maybe I shouldn't even say your vision, because I know the answer, we're working collectively with you. You know, we're building that plane, you know, to make the FAA one of the top 10 agencies.
We sure are, and we have a lot of help in that regard. I think the biggest thing that we've done is be incredibly transparent. I mean, we've made it very clear. Of course, we have a wonderful foundation. We already have the best employees in the federal sector.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
And I've said this privately and publicly, I've worked a lot of places. I have never worked anywhere with a more talented bunch of folks as the people employed by the FAA. The dedication that they have, the professionalism they display, and the work ethic and everything. If something needs to be done, give it to the FAA, it will be done. It will be taken care of, it'll be done right. So we have that part of the equation. There has been some gaps, and there's not any real reason to go back and revisit the history. But suffice to say, I don't know that we had the best communication. We lit a sort of a culture of, well, we'll just do our own thing and be silent. And it'll get done, and it would, but it can be done so much better, and it can be done with a feeling of participation. I've said before, if everybody would go home at the end of the day and say, gee, I had a great day at work today. I love the people I work with, and boy, we did some cool stuff, because we do cool stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Leading edge technology, all of the things we do, and that would be my goal, that everybody, their voice was heard, they contributed, they're part of the team, and they feel it. And they go home at the end of the day, and they feel good about it, not staring at the clock from 4 o'clock on, thinking how much longer is this sentence going to last. That's not any place I want to work, and that's not any place that I want to have a work environment like that. So I think we've made wonderful progress, though, and it's a lot of it is attributable to the leadership of our elected representatives, our employee forum leadership. Everybody sees the benefit, and the more of the collaboration efforts that we do,
absolutely,
people realize this really works. It really does, and it's kind of fun. And I think it's sort of like watching yeast grow in bread. I mean, it keeps multiplying on its own, and the more and more people accept it, have confidence in it, the more they want to do it.
Well, thank you, and you're right, and it's good to be part of this team.
Yeah.
And I know that mentorship is huge. You are big into mentoring people. You mentor all the time, and so what role has mentoring played in your career? And have you had a member? I mean, have you been a mentor? or a mentee, I should say.
Mentee, yeah.
Obviously, you're a mentor. And where would you like to see it go?
Well, I think mentoring is one of the real sort of undiscovered, inexpensive ways to just make so much progress with people. And if you start with the premise, which I do, that people are what make it go, and having people, understand what they're doing and learning from others, there's nothing that can replace, in my mind, good mentoring. My dad used to say to me when I was little, you'd talk about learning things in a book, and he'd say, you can read all the books you want on swimming, but until you get in the water, you're not a swimmer. And
Absolutely.
so you can academically understand all of these things. And I think mentoring gives us that opportunity. You can study, you understand the job, you understand what you're supposed to be doing, but there's nothing like having someone who has been there to give you the confidence, to give you the guidance, to give you some instruction, some feedback. And it's all of those things put together. You become more professional. When you watch a good professional, you're going to want to do that. And every one of us has had mentors. I think, clearly your most fundamental mentor was your parents.
Yes.
They taught you a lot of things. And then you went on, we've all had an exceptional teacher that just took a particular care or inspired you to do something and had confidence that you could do that, whether it was sports, it was other things, and when you got into your first jobs and so forth. The other side of it is I think we all should accept the responsibility to mentor. Mm-hmm. Yes, it takes a little extra time, but somebody stayed after school or did an extra session so that I could learn something. I had a lot of mentors. I had flight instructors that I can still remember, literally quotes that were told to me in my early flying days. And when I was a young co-pilot, people would, old captains would tell you things, and they still echo in my head. So, but it's very fulfilling when you move over with the experience. It's a chance for you to give back, and I think it's a very fulfilling obligation that everybody should accept. If someone came over and if I stayed at someone's home, I'd want to leave that room at least as nice as I found it. If there was
better.
Yeah, if there was any way to leave it better,
Right.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what mentoring is. So you take an environment and you're leaving it better. And I think that's a good feeling. I think that's a positive thing.
Well, in Technical Women's Organization, we're here to help you do that too. We are launching, actually today at our membership meeting, our new leadership program,
Mm-hmm.
building leaders 2 by 2.
Yeah.
And so we're on board with you, Randy.
Well, I am really excited. I'm going to hear more about it tomorrow, I know.
Yes.
But I really applaud your leadership and the initiative to do this. It comes so much better when it comes from your peers. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you all have taken the initiative to do this makes it a better place for everybody to work. So I congratulate you and applaud you for this initiative.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Well,
I
thank you.
appreciate the interview.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure. Vicki, good luck with the whole conference, and I look forward to my participation tomorrow and getting to know some of your members. I think we have some Q&A time as well. So
Yes,
I'll look
we
forward
do.
to that.
And I'm looking forward to it too.
Great.
Thank you.
Good luck.